In Iraq, the political divide is widening between the Baghdad government and the Kurdish north. Meantime, fighters from the Islamic State have launched a new assault near the city of Ramadi. CCTV's Jack Barton is live in Baghdad with more. And Jack, what more can you tell us about the growing tensions between the Kurds and the central government there in Baghdad?
Well, the latest move today is the seizure of two key oil fields by the Kurdish militia known as the Peshmerga. Perhaps it's not so unusual that they would seize these oil fields given the conditions at the moment. What is unusual is that they immediately kicked out all of the Iraqi Arab employees and sent Kurdish workers in. And the message there to the government was essentially, we're not minding this for you. It is now ours for now and for the future. This comes as Kurdish politicians boycott the parliament, as Kurdistan's leader calls for a speeding up of the referendum on independence to break away from the country altogether. So the Prime Minister Maliki really finds himself fighting on two fronts at the moment, one against the militia and also trying to maintain territorial integrity in the face of the semi-autonomous region of Kurdistan seizing on this opportunity to fast-track an exit from Iraq.
And Jack, as we mentioned, insurgents are now making a new push in Ramadi. Why is that important?
Well, it's very important, one, because up until the last few days, the government forces and to a larger degree Shia Muslim militias had been pushing back those groups that have been flowing in from Syria. Very slowly, but they had been making ground. Now it appears they're pushing in on Ramadi. Why this is important is because it's close to Baghdad. It's in Anbar province, but it is essentially a supply line down to Fallujah, which these militias already hold, but which had been cut off. Now, if they can seize this town, it means that Fallujah has a supply route, and it means that they have gone one step closer to encircling the capital, putting it under threat. Now, they're not inside the town yet, but the fighting began yesterday. The casualty count we had of last night was 11 Iraqi policemen dead. We don't have a casualty count for the day, but what we've heard is that fighting has intensified as that militia formerly known as ISIS, now known as the Islamic State, tries to push its way into that key town of Ramadi.
All right, CCTV's Jack Barton live for us in Baghdad.